How's it going, everybody? Before I get completely into my video, I need to take time to thank everybody that reached out to me after my last video. I wasn't in a great place. I'm really not even sure still what was wrong with me. Just kind of hit one of those moods where just nothing felt right. Nothing externally was happening. It just, for whatever reason, my mood just was not there. And I tried and tried and tried, and I just couldn't do it, and ended up posting what I did. I had several people reach out and be like, "Hey, what's up? Can I help?" You know, that kind of thing. So thank you to everybody that did. Definitely worked through it myself. Again, did what I could. I haven't been near that mood since then, so that's a good positive thing. And that was roughly 9 days ago now. 10. It's New Year's Day. Yeah, so again, thank you for that reached out that, even watched the video, that's watching this video now. Thank you. It's really what's helping me is getting this out there and, having those, people reach out and, be like, "Hey, is there anything I can do?" People thanking me, because, not everyone's able to, put themselves out there like this, and I'm really trying to. So, thank you to those people again. But what I want to talk about today, it's New Year's Day. 2020 is finally over. Everyone's rejoicing, that the worst year of all time is over. And, I kind of feel bad for people that just automatically lump 2020 as being the worst year ever. Granted, I get that Corona is a hell of a thing, and it has affected everybody's life greatly. I mean, God, it's affected mine, as sure as everybody that's watching this. But I think that just lumping it in as, being so terrible because you had to stay home, or, there were activities you couldn't do outside the house. I get that, but to not find any sort of good throughout the year, I think, is kind of crazy to me. Granted, yeah, there were a lot of things I would have wanted to do. There's a lot of wrestling shows I would like to go to. There was a concert or two I even actually wanted to go to that got canceled because of it. I want to go see my Bowling for Soup. I could have went and seen Bowling for Soup. Canceled. Anyways. But, there's... no matter how bad things are, there's always something that you can kind of point to and be like, "Hey, you know what? That wasn't so bad." How many people got to spend more time with their families because of this? Like, that alone, I think, is an amazing thing, and I think it's something that's widely ignored. I spent more time with my boys the second COVID started than I did the previous year. Easily, very easily, and it was amazing. I love spending time with my family, all three of my boys, my wife. There's nothing better in the world. So I think that people that are saying, nothing good came from, 2020, probably take a step back and just look for a second. Just look for a hot second, and I guarantee you find something that you look back and you're like, "Man, that's pretty cool, actually." That's pretty amazing. So, I had posted a couple days on my Facebook about how I've never been a big resolution person, that I've never really followed through on the few resolutions I ever did make. And I wanted to talk about that today because then I'd mentioned that there were five things that I wanted to do this year. And I want to expand on them a little bit, one more than others for the most part. Some of them are super simple, some of them are, super, common sense stuff that, everybody does every year. But I think some of them are kind of unique to me and things that just, would help me in general, and hopefully with one in particular that I'll talk about at the very end be pretty big. So we'll see how that goes. But first thing that I wanted to do is, oddly enough, I want to become a morning person. I feel way more productive when I'm up in the morning, and I can do stuff before I go to work, when I work at 5 a.m. Any little bit I can do around the house to help my wife out is super beneficial. It's something I've really been pushing for the last couple weeks, to really just do more around the house and take a lot of the burden off of her. So being able to be up early in the morning and actually function early in the morning is the tough part. But that's been super beneficial to everybody in the household. The boys have, a cleaner house to mess up, and my wife has less to try and clean up. So becoming a morning person was definitely something I've really been trying to do the last couple of days even, and I will see how it goes. I've never been a morning person, but I'm really going to try. Second thing I want to do, and I touched on it before, with Corona and whatnot, I really want to spend more time with my family, whether it be my boys and wife, or her side of the family or my side of the family, or whoever it may be. Everyone's got friends they consider family. I want to spend more time with those people, the people I love. We didn't get to do, outside of my immediate family, we didn't get to do a whole lot of that this year. So hopefully things loosen up a little bit. Life returns a little bit to normal. We will be able to, do that kind of thing. So I'm definitely going to try and spend more time with family and friends this year. Won't be hard to beat last year's total, but we'll see. Third thing I want to do, and this is something I just kind of do all the time anyways, but I really wanted to put it out there. I want to try to help more people. Even as more people that aren't able to do the same thing that I'm doing right now. People that just need someone to talk to, no matter, I don't care what it is, I've always considered, and I've said this many times before, that I've always considered myself very fatherly, great at giving advice. I'm great at helping people through almost anything. Always here to listen, and even if it's helping people in that, or hey, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that, I would love to help, in any way, shape, or form. So if you need anything, like even as much as, or if you even need something just like this, just straight up talking, or hey, I don't know how to change a tire in my car. Well, I barely do, but I can show you how. But I'd like to continue to help people greatly in that sort of capacity, I guess. So. Whether it be physical help, mental help, whatever it may be, I'm always here to help. So, fourth thing, and I'll expand on this one a little bit too. I want to hit 225 pounds this year. I honestly think I'll be able to do it easily, but I want it to sustain. I don't want to hit it and then bounce up. So I want to hit 225. I want to stay at 225. I think for my height and build, 225 is dead on what I should be. A little bit of an update for the whole weight loss thing. I've still been doing keto for roughly 2 months now. When I started this, I was 299, so encroaching on that 300 again. But quickly made giant leaps and bounds. Currently down to 268 as of this morning. So super pumped about that. 31 pounds in 2 months isn't anything to complain about. So just eating what I'm supposed to be eating, not eating what I'm not supposed to be eating, and keeping away from the things that are that try to get me off track. So I've been keto's a very finicky thing. If the second you leave it, you're out of it for 3 days, and you got to fight to get back in it, kind of thing. So I've been really good about sticking to my diet and making sure to, just do what I'm supposed to be doing. So I will be adding a very odd workout routine coming up here in the next, I'm hoping, week or so. I was trying to think of something that I could do in my home, something I'd feel comfortable doing, something that would be kind of in my wheelhouse. So taken from a mutual love for Bob Backlund that one Derek St. Holmes and I have, I built myself a step. And by step, I mean I literally built a box that is about 20 inches by 20 inches, and it is about 16 inches tall. And literally all it is stepping up and stepping down, and stepping up and stepping down, and stepping up and stepping down. And, you do it pretty consistently for long enough, you will build up sweat, you will, be huffing and puffing a bit. So adding that, I'm currently actually looking for a punching bag. So I can, again, kind of stay in that same sort of cardio style-ish workout. Work out my arms a bit and my chest and, a bit, whatever. But just kind of sticking in that super light, super weights and, traditional workout that most people think. Something I can do in my house, something I can do in my basement, So that was kind of the aim, and I think that's what I'm going to start with, and then kind of branch out from there to hit that 225 and make 225 look good. Anyways, last resolution. My last resolution was kind of the most unique one, and it was that I wanted to complete 2 things from my bucket list. A couple months ago, I don't think I have it on me, I don't. My wife gave me this little brown book. Maybe she didn't give it to me. I can't remember who gave it to me. Regardless, gave me this little brown notebook, and I started writing quotes in it. Just little thing, little notes of knowledge, and a lot of them are quotes by famous people or whatever it may be. And I I read through it quite a bit. I'll pick it up and just randomly read one and try to live by that quote for the day, you know. And something I also did in the back of it was I started writing a bucket list. It's like a page and a half. There's probably 20, 25 things on it. Some are pretty crazy big. Some of them are, real small, real simple kind of things. But they were things I wanted to do, not even by the time I die, but, maybe by the time, this year is over, the next 10 years, that kind of thing. Something I'll constantly be marking stuff on and adding stuff to. So, but I noticed, I mentioned that I wanted to do 2 of those things this year, and I'm I'm going to expand that a little bit. I'm actually going to aim for 5 of them because I was reading through it and I was like, some of these are actually, they're way simpler than I would think, and I chose 5 that kind of, they're very different, they're very unique, they're very me. So the 5 I chose with in kind of a particular order. One that I've had a lot of people tell me I'd probably be really good at. I want to do a stand-up routine. Like I think stand-up comedy is something I could actually, oddly enough, do. A lot of comedy is, telling stories about yourself and, wildly exaggerating them. And I mean, if anyone's ever met me, I'm pretty good at that kind of stuff. So by the end of the year, somewhere in some comedy club in front of 4 people, I'll probably do a 3-minute stand-up routine. But, it's something I've always kind of wanted to do. Again, something I'd be good at. I've had a lot of people tell me I think I'd be good at it. So I'm going to give that a try, I guess. We'll see how it goes. Another thing, this one is kind of me and kind of isn't at the same time. I want to paint something that means something to me. And I don't mean like, here's this old dusty shelf, give it a coat of paint kind of thing or whatever. Like an actual like canvas painting of something that's important to me. What that'll be, I have no idea yet. I've always been an artistic person in ideas. Like I'm a great idea person. I can lay it out. I can tell you what it should be kind of thing. I've never had the physical skills in my hand with a paintbrush to do anything like that. My wife, on the other hand, is obscenely great at painting. And there's paintings all throughout our house that she's done that are absolutely amazing. And I would like to be able to contribute to one of those, works of art. So sometime throughout the year, I'm going to, just take a canvas and go at it. Again, what am I going to do? I have no idea. So we'll see how that goes. The third one. The third one's really odd. And it's just from a story I'd heard once. I really like the burgers. I want to eat a real Elvis sandwich. Yeah, you heard me right. A real Elvis. Elvis's favorite sandwich was a loaf of Italian bread, cut and kind of not hollowed, but spaced out a little bit. With depending who you talk to and depending what website you go to, it's usually some sort of combination of like a pound of peanut butter, a pound of jelly, and a pound of banana. A lot of places will tell you there's bacon in it too, and some other random things or whatever. I'll probably stick with just the loaf of bread and those 4 things, but I've always just kind of wanted to eat one. Like it's just such a combination, and I don't know, I just do. I will be eating it though in reward for number 4 and 5 here. Number 4, along the physical, I'm working out, I want to get in better shape. I would like to attempt to run a 5K. I shouldn't say attempt. I will run a 5K this year. Something that I kind of popped in my mind 2 or 3 years ago. Some people that I used to bartend for ran them all the time, and just kind of like, I mean, you just run. Just running has never been something that really interested me, but it just kind of popped in my head, and I mean, I want the medal. I want a cool medal. And that little chest piece they give you in a shirt. You get a shirt, so just kind of to signifying a physical accomplishment in my working out and whatnot. Because not many 300-pound guys are able to run 5Ks. I think doing it at 25 would be way, way easier. But number 5, and I think number 5 is kind of the most important to me, and it was something I had left super vague when I wrote it. I literally just wrote massive act of kindness, and it's obviously that's real broad. It's real big. What's massive to one person is not massive to another. Who it's for, what it's for, that kind of thing. But I decided to kind of meld the last two together. What I want to do is kind of do an impromptu, like, 5K for somebody. I want to get a bunch of people together. God knows how many. It'd probably be me. It'll probably end up being just me, or it could be me and 5 other people, 10, 20, 50, 100. I have no idea. But I want to get together and do a 5K with a bunch of people and raise money for something. And I was doing some research, and there's a website. I can't remember the exact name of the website right now. But you can basically go and, pay, I want to say it was like $40, and they send you a t-shirt, one of those cool little like number cards for your chest, and a medal. And you finish the race, you send them how, what time you did it or whatever, and they donate part of the money you sent them to some organization. And I was looking through the different races they had, and one of the 5Ks they had to offer, very coincidentally, was my favorite charity, and that is the Children's Hospital. Talked about it before. They do amazing things. The best place in the world, it really is. In a time you don't want to be in a hospital, that's the hospital you want to be in. So I want to organize a bunch of people, and I want to raise a bunch of money for the Children's Hospital. My goal, I was trying to think of something massive, like a big number to aim for, to donate to them. And I figured I'm gonna go for $1,000. I'm gonna try and donate $1,000 through people donating money to watch me try to run 3.1-ish miles. Also, it's got to be in under half an hour. I will not consider it achieved until I can do that 5K in under half an hour. I can walk a 5K. Anybody can walk a 5K. I want to be able to run it nonstop, half an hour. Anyways, but I want to, again, I want to raise money with everyone that decides to run with me, and try and I want to send Children's Hospital $1,000. God, if it'd be more, that'd be amazing. But $1,000 is the goal. We'll see how it goes. I believe that's pretty big. I mean, it's a drop in the bucket to them, but to a lot of people, $1,000 donated, it's a pretty big chunk of change. So, I also decided I'm going to do it on Father's Day this year. Just because Father's Day is one of my favorite days. It's signifies the best thing in my life, and I mean, why not? A bunch of dads. That's it. That'll be it. Dad Bods running a 5K for Children's Hospital. Because we're dads. What else do we do? So if anybody's interested, let me know right away. Probably gonna make a Facebook event. Probably as soon as I'm done recording this and start uploading it. So we're gonna see how that goes. Thanks everybody for watching. I know some of these can get long and drawn on. Cause I'm just really good at talking, and talking way too much, and saying quite a bit. Got to work on that. We're gonna try working on that. Public speaking. I'm gonna work on public speaking while nobody's talking, and I'm doing it again. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this. You guys have a great day, and won't change a thing.